Is academic success tied to character, and how can we seek to improve students' character? Those are some questions our next guest, Chuck Stetson, he's the CEO of educational organization Essentials in Education, wanted to find out in a study that was conducted. He joins us now. Chuck, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Chuck, can you tell us a little bit about what that study revealed?
Yes, we commissioned a study, as we've commissioned other studies, to really look at how does character impact grades. And it turns out this is called a meta study, so it's a study of studies. There are 40 studies that have been done that were looked at where you had a large enough sample size and the like. And what it found is that with particularly 4 biblical values, love, integrity, compassion, and self-discipline, it led to better grades in school. So we always knew, since we started teaching the Bible and its influence in schools in 2005, that kids really liked it and felt better, but this is the actual documentation now behind it.
Now, a huge question nationwide, is it legal to teach the Bible in schools?
Yes, the U.S. Supreme Court has upheld it. We've also had 9 states that actually have passed legislation to encourage it. However, in one of the studies that we commissioned, we found that 35% of Americans do not know that. But this is kind of an educational thing, and I really welcome the opportunity to speak with your viewers to make sure that they are aware of this, and the fact that really we must teach the Bible in public schools so that kids can better understand the English language, or more fully understand the English language, English literature, history, art, music, and culture. Because without the Bible, for example, it's very hard to understand Shakespeare. There are over 1,200 documented references in the 36 plays of Shakespeare. If you don't know the Bible, you don't know Shakespeare.
Very, very true. So where can our viewers go get more information about this campaign?
Yes, teachthebibleinsschools.org. We're in 650 high schools in 45 states that have purchased our curriculum, and we're now expanding. We actually have operations now in 5 other continents, so this has become a worldwide phenomena based on what's been going on here in the United States, and we are the international standard now.
Thank you so much, Chuck, for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Alex.
And thanks to Essentials in Education for sharing that information.